GLAM, Los Angeles.
Hi, Kirby. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to Los Angeles.
Glams, this is kind of a moment for Sarah and myself. We're kind of like just staring at her in awe, like she's actually here in the flesh after watching her on our TV screens, theaters.
Cutting you out of magazines and putting you on like my
Vision board.
That's an honor. Thank you. I don't think I've
here.
ever been told that before.
Oh, I'm sure that if you ran into any
well,
young
Evan Ross Katz might have told me that. But other than that,
Okay, well, that's
yes.
2 times. Listen,
Yes.
that's par for the course with Evan.
Yes,
right?
fair.
Of course it is. But in case you guys did not see the title of this episode, Sarah Michelle Gellar is on Los Angeles.
Sarah Michelle Tan. I changed my name now.
Oh my God. We were just telling
Clip that.
Sarah that Sarah Tan is named after Sarah Jessica Parker, but if she had been born later, she'd be Sarah Michelle.
Definitely Sarah Michelle.
I get called Sarah Jessica all the time,
Stop.
though, so it's
Do
totally
you?
fine. All the time.
I mean, because it's the 3 names. It's the 3 names.
By the way, totally fine. If you would like to call me Sarah Jessica, I will always respond.
I know. I was like, thank God Sarah Jessica turned out to be such an icon, because what if she wasn't? Then I'd have to change my middle name.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Totally fair. We are thrilled to have you, obviously. We just like are beaming from,
Yes.
if you're watching this, we're just grinning like idiots. Like, she's here. Okay, Sarah, before we get into the meat of this interview, we want to ask you what's on your face.
Okay.
We ask everybody this, but
Yes.
it kind of gives us context to
A
like
full
what you like.
Scooby-Doo mask. So then I'm going to peel it off. Let's see. What's on my face? So my secret before I start anything is actually, I always believe that what we use should be attainable, right? I never want to be that person that has like stuff that people are like, wait, what? One of my big secrets is my Olay Regenerist Microsculpting Cream. Triple peptide, by the way. It really is magic in a jar. It's the idea of having dramatic results without drastic measures. And I always say this, like my mom used Olay, right? And I remember there was like this pink jar that like I wasn't allowed to touch. I like to think of myself as like a jar of Olay in the sense of like, it works, it's great, people love it, but then like I'm always wanting to improve. And then they constantly like, re-innovate, and then it becomes cooler. And like now it's got triple peptides, and in 7 days you look magical. And so that is like my big secret weapon that people are always like, really? And I was like, yeah, that's how I start my day. That's how I end my day.
Oh,
Amazing.
AM and PM.
Yes, AM and PM.
You're devoted.
That is, or so by the way, sometimes midday.
Yeah, pop it
I
in
mean,
there.
as a born and raised New Yorker, let me tell you something. I wash my face and start again many times a day often. So that's a big one.
Wait, why is that a New Yorker thing?
I always feel like when you live in a big city, my skin feels dirty when I come home. And so I'm like, I love to like wash my face. In fact, even when I'm working, when I'm on a show or movie, I wash my face at lunch. I scare makeup artists. And actually I scare directors because they feel like, how much extra time is that going to take? And I'm like, honestly, less than constantly reapplying. And better for your skin. Like, so I like to wash it right before I break for lunch. Let my put a little, put the creams back on it, and then put the makeup back on. That's my other secret.
I think about New York, and I think about how they have better water than we do here
Totally.
in Los Angeles.
So it's like less drying.
yeah, our water.
Right. But all the taxi cab and car junk that you
Totally.
get. Yeah, that's
Totally.
right. It evens out.
No,
you
but-
get better pizza, better bagels, but dirtier skin.
True.
Totally.
We are getting better bagels here in LA, though. I think we're trying to step up our game. But I'm not going to
Yeah.
say that to a New Yorker.
No,
but
no,
I
no,
will-
I actually agree with you.
okay.
I like Pops bagels. That's mine. But it's also LA where people don't eat carbs. So it's like, it's sort of a toss up.
Totally.
Okay. What else is on my face? Oh, you know what I just discovered?
Tell us.
Victoria Beckham Beauty.
Yep.
Like this is a new for me. I like a natural face. Like I don't look good with like a heavy beat. Sometimes like I see, on Instagram, these like crazy things. And I look, it's not good. It's not cute. But she makes the best like combo for like a natural lip. And I know I'm late to this, but I just discovered it.
No, everything in her line is superb.
It really is. You can tell that it's created with women in mind who wear makeup but don't want to wear a ton of it and like want to see your face. I have to say, I'm very,
Yes.
very impressed.
You need to try her foundation drops.
Okay.
She just launched these foundation drops.
Viral.
And, I mean, everyone's obsessed with them. They are expensive as hell. They're at like over $100, but people are
But
like,
it's such a good investment.
I love it.
I love the way my skin looks. I love how it feels. Yeah.
That and Charlotte Tilbury makeup. Those are my two that are like really made for women.
100%.
And for all different skin colors, all different face shapes, like really have it, I think, very down.
I agree.
Not on my face, my one big splurge, but I feel like this is a good splurge because you use so little of it, is perfume and perfume hairspray. And I don't mean like hairspray, I mean like spray that you put in your hair.
Totally.
Yeah.
Fragrance
'Cause
mist.
it took me, that's what it's called?
It's like a hair fragrance.
Yeah,
Yes,
fragrance
yeah,
mist. No, I like that.
yeah.
That sounds so fancy. I took me years to find my scent because like I don't like things that are overpowering and too strong. And like I discovered Parfum de Marly and
Which
that
one?
chic.
Delina?
Delina Exclusive.
Ooh.
And I love the fragrance in the hair too. And that is like my one big splurge. But I feel like that's the one where you use so little of it, it lasts years, right? So that's like a big one.
I love that you know so much because oftentimes, like if we have celebrities on and they don't have their own brand, it's kind of like pulling teeth to be like, what do you use?
Also,
You're a
I have
beauty
teenage
girl.
So
Right.
that's
You're
where I
probably
learned-
learning so much from her.
It's so crazy to me. Like I remember at 16, I was on this TV show and they took me for my first facial. And like nobody I knew had facials. And it was like this old lady brand. Like, but whatever, it was cool. Kids ask for facials at like 6. I remember, I think it was like her 11th birthday. She called it caviar cocktails and facial party. She wanted to have caviar, fancy mocktails, and like all her friends get facials. And I was like,
Wow.
what am I doing wrong?
No.
But yes, I do learn a lot from her.
What is a product that she loves that maybe she taught you or you learned about?
Oh goodness, there's so many. My eyebrows are all over the place. I learned about Refi eyebrow.
Yes.
I learned that from her.
And you said it right. Sarah and I still say it wrong. We're like Refi.
Yeah,
We're like Defy.
Yeah.
Defy.
There's so many I say wrong,
Yeah.
so don't worry. I just discovered all the red light for the hair. So I just got that higher dose hat for like breakage. And because my hair goes through a lot, very excited. I've already seen a difference.
Really?
Like the top of my hair is so much thicker and stronger than the bottom of my hair.
Oh, and how often are you using it?
Well, according to the directions, you're supposed to use it in the beginning every day for like 5 weeks. And then after that, just a couple times a week, but it's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So like when I brush my teeth in the morning, I just.
Right. And it's on your head. So it's
my
like you
head.
could be doing
And by the way,
everything
it
else.
looks like a baseball hat. Like it doesn't look.
Right.
That's my new discovery.
And you can wear it around. I love it.
Yeah.
Such a true beauty
I know.
girl.
I'm like so happy. I'm like,
I'm made for this show. I can talk about this stuff all day
this is
long.
amazing.
I can talk about this stuff all day long.
So fun.
Okay, so obviously you've been working in front of the camera for decades, even though you look like you're not a day over
Fresh
21
out of the
over
womb.
here.
Bless you.
How has your relationship with beauty changed ever since, you were a child star getting your first facial to today?
It's hard. And I've really been thinking about this a lot lately, which is I am constantly compared to my younger self because it's so easy to pull up a picture from my 20s or my 30s and, how has she changed? And in some ways, it, I think, puts a little bit of extra added pressure. And in other ways, it also reminds me I don't want to be that person anymore. Like I like who I am now and that's okay. And, every so often you'll see that like comment like, oh, she got old. And it's like, yes, that's what happens.
Right.
I am not 18 anymore. So, I am like all those cliches, like less is more. I probably wore 3 times the makeup when I was in my 20s than I wear now. But I look at my daughter sometimes with that skin. And that's the one thing, like skin when you're a teenager, it's like that gorgeous glowing and like no matter what, I can't replicate that.
Yes.
Yeah,
it is wasted on the youth. They have no idea.
Yeah, they're like, we'll fix it in post, essentially.
Yes.
Like they're like, we'll worry about whatever happens in the tanning beds later. Like that was me.
Oh yeah, I used a tanning bed in those days.
Yeah.
Thankfully, all the lasers exist now to reverse that.
Yes, yes. I'm actually really glad that you brought up the comparison to being younger because we see all of the commentary online where people are seeing images of someone from their, 90s sitcom and then they're going, oh, what happened to them? Like they got too much work done. And it's like, no, they aged. They aged. How are you embracing the aging conversation as an actress who is a working actress and a beloved actress?
Thank you. It's definitely hard, and I'm seeing girls younger and younger get plastic surgery and facelifts and injectables. And I'm always like, really? And then it starts to go, am I supposed to do that? But I'm also an actor and I have to use my face. So if I had a facelift, I would look, I think, ridiculous. I think, injectables, all of that, or like crazy injectables. Look, I get Botox. I'm not going to, I'm not going to lie and say there's no Botox in my face, but I can still move my face.
Yep.
Right.
So it's definitely a hard walk. There are times where I'm like, should I be doing this? But then I'm like, but that's not who I am. And maybe it does work for some people, and it's no judgment. But I also think that filters have messed with us a lot, because I think sometimes it's hard to understand what we really look like because everything is so filtered. And then on top of it, like, you might have a filter you like, but maybe that filter is not good for me. And so then you sort of have this odd vision of what you look like.
Uncanny valley in a way.
Totally.
Where you're like, is that what why don't I look like that when I look in the mirror anymore?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. So when you are speaking to your daughter or your children, like, about their relationship to how they see themselves, especially now in this culture of just, like you said, filters, like perfect skin, everyone's like AI, whatever. How do you communicate with them, how to value their skin, the way that they look right now, or, not put so much value on the way that they look?
I think a lot of conversations. I think you have to have open conversations. I think there's so much that goes into looking great. We talk a lot about eating right. Eating is really important in our house. We always sit down for family meals. We all cook together. We grow vegetables together. We have those conversations. Exercise, really important in our house. I'm a gym rat. I love it. I live off those endorphins. My husband too. And my kids love it now. Like, my daughter goes to the gym with me. She loves it. We take classes together. And so I try to make it a 360, like a holistic conversation. And, understanding that, yes, when mom works, she gets very glammed up, and that's fun. But it's also fun to put my hair in a ponytail and wear my sweats and go to the farmer's market. And so just sort of juxtaposition the two.
Okay, we're going to do a 180. We want to talk about your career.
Okay.
Because it is iconic. And you've really cemented yourself in cinema. People know you for so many things. Catherine and Cruel Intentions. That's how I know you.
That's my favorite.
That's how I know you. I was like, this is a bad bitch, and I love it. Helen and I Know What You Did Last Summer. Daphne and Scooby-Doo, which I have to say, I freaking love Scooby-Doo.
That wardrobe, too, was pretty spectacular.
It was amazing.
So
and the
good.
soundtrack
So
was
good.
bomb. Like, I still listen to some of those songs. I'm not kidding.
I don't know if I have to listen to it. I don't know if I could, like, offhand know the soundtrack.
It is incredible, truly. I'm a little bit of a dork in that way,
No,
but I
I
love
love
it. And then, of course, Buffy Summers. And Sarah and I were talking about, like, okay, what do we even ask her about this? And what was it like being the it girl of that moment? Like, we were watching you and thinking we want to be her. Was it as fabulous as it may have sounded?
I think, fortunately, the time that I came up, because there wasn't social media and there wasn't all of this, it was my job, and I was able to focus a lot more on it. And so I don't think the outside noise, I don't think I understood it. And I think about these young girls today and how much more pressure is on them because of it, because there's such a distinction between a working actor and a celebrity now. Like, I was able to just do a cool job and be really lucky to do it. And I think, for me, the most fortunate part as an actor, you hope in your life maybe you get one role that people remember you for, that stands the test of time, that it still resonates with people years later. And I'm so fortunate that I have so many of them. Like, that's pinch me.
Totally. Totally.
Sorry.
Can I ask this?
I've been talking a lot.
no,
I've been talking a lot lately.
No. Sarah really wants to ask this question, so I'm going to let her.
Oh, I'm ready.
Because you are obviously so kind and sweet in person, in real life, but you played a lot of mean girls, like in Swan's Crossing, Catherine and Cruel Intentions, like the ultimate villain, mean girl. You were really good at being a bully.
Well, what's funny was, so when I came up, right, that Swan's Crossing, I love that you referenced it. We got to bring that back. My manager of 900 years, we always talk about, like, we got to bring that back.
Well, I'm
so
like,
I went from Swan's Crossing to All My Children, right? So always playing these, like, characters. And then I was cast as Cordelia originally on Buffy. And they couldn't find a Buffy. And I was like, well, could I audition? And everyone's like, well, we don't see you as that. And I was like, well, let me try, right? So after 97 auditions and all this, process, I become Buffy. And then I read the script for Cruel Intentions, and I'm desperate to be a part of it. And everyone's like, well, but you're Annette. And I was like, no, I want to be Catherine. They're like, well, that's not what you do. And I'm like, hello, has anyone seen my past work? Like, that was all I did. And there was this discussion at the time of, like, would it change the perception of me? Would it? And I was like, I don't care. Like, that's the role I want to do. But it is funny how people see you, I think, a lot as your last role.
Right.
Right. I mean, I gotta say, and excuse my French, you make an amazing bitch.
Thank you. Thank you.
Incredible.
Well, I think like it always takes, like I always talk about Reese and Legally Blonde, like to play a character that's not that Elle Woods is dumb, because she's certainly not, but that's how she presents in the beginning. You need a really smart person to do that. Or I always talk about like Amanda Seyfried in Mean Girls.
Yes.
Like in the hands of someone else, I don't know if that role would be as iconic and amazing, but because she is so smart and such a great actor, like it works. And so I think sometimes you need those people to play those roles.
Totally. Okay, what was the role that got away?
Oh, you just stopped me.
Or is there one that like you wish that you could have gotten to play?
I mean, I joke with Samara Weaving in Ready or Not that like, oh, I wish I was too old for Ready or Not, like young, fresh bride. But that role, when she comes out in the first one with the gun in the wedding dress, like, hello, that for me is definitely, wait, you really have me thinking now. I'm like trying to think of, okay, I may have to call in at another time.
Yeah,
I need to
please.
think, I haven't been asked that in a long time. I got to think about that.
Okay. Phone a friend and then let us know.
Yeah, okay, I
We'll
will.
reveal at a later date. We love it. Okay, what were some of your go-to products in the 90s and 2000s?
Oh my God, do I have answers for this? This is the question I've been waiting for. Okay, perfect. So let's talk early Buffy. Let's talk Folio MAC lipstick, okay? For those of you that remember, it made your lips basically blue like a corpse. But I had to have my MAC Folio. Can we discuss Chanel Vamp nail polish?
Yes.
Or my, must have been junior high school class picture where I probably used an entire bottle of Aussie Sprunch spray to make my hair stand on its end.
Yes.
I have a few of those.
Also, I feel like you, at that time, like late 90s, early 2000s, people were playing a lot with their hair. Like,
Yes.
the clips with the
Trina
hair.
Turk,
the headbands.
Trina Turk hair clips. And
Yes.
yeah, the very first season of Buffy, I had this great idea, really dumb idea, Sarah, that every episode I would wear a different hard candy nail polish. Because if you remember hard candy,
Yes.
and it was great until you realize that you jump around in episodes and you have to do reshoots. And I was constantly taking off polish, putting on polish. No mas.
Is there a look, like a red carpet look or something that you, that's near and dear to your heart, that's like a favorite look of that era?
Of that era. Now I have a recent one.
Okay.
I loved everything about my look at the new I Know What You Did premiere. That I saw that Oscar de la Renta, I saw it in sketches, this idea of this 3D printed butterflies. And I called Fernando and I was like, I don't know what you're doing with that dress. I need you to save it for me and I need you to save it for a year. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, Freddie's in this movie. I'm going to go to the premiere. It's a year from now. Like it's when they were filming. And I'm like, and I want this dress. And he said, okay. And so they basically custom did the 3D printing and the dress for my measurements, which I don't know what you're going to do with it. I'm happy to take it back, Fernando, if you're watching. And then the hair, like the mermaid hair, like everything, the orange shoes. Tara Swenin, my stylist of 100 years. So we've been together for a very long time. And I just, everything, the jewelry, everything about that looked to me.
Amazing.
What do you think people, like the general public, doesn't understand about what it takes to get ready for a red carpet? Like we see the finished product and we're like, she looks amazing. Or alternatively, people are judging, oh, this could have been better. This could have been changed. Lose this. But
There is so much that goes into it. First of all, what's available? Who wants to lend to you? Who wants to make for you? What the season is. And then it's fittings and it really is such a process. And there are times where it's like you really love something and it just doesn't hit that day. Or for me, what's really hard is I've always seen girls who are so great on red carpets, right? I still to this day, I freeze. I get this like everyone looking at you, the flashes, like I'm not great. And I see some people and they can vamp and it's not me. I guess there's different skill sets, right? And that's just one skill set that I don't have.
I mean, it's like when they're yelling your name and it's like blinding lights. Like, I don't know how you do it.
But there are people that just can turn it on. And I've seen them do I will run down a carpet. Like most times they'll like, you have to go back. Like, 'cause I'll run down it as fast as I can. And then I'll be mad at myself. Like, you have this great outfit on. Why can't you work? And I'll try to, it's just not we all have skill sets. That one's not mine.
yeah, sometimes we can be perceived on a set with a bunch of people around us and like turn into the character. Then you get on a red carpet and you're like, what am I?
Yeah, it's
What
not,
do I do?
That one's not
Yeah.
my forte.
Well, I have to beg to disagree because
I know,
you always
you-
look fabulous.
you.
So
I do
Never- you
love
never
the
take a bad
process of
photo.
it. Although Tara would tell you that I also don't like trying on clothing. So there's also this thing of like, it's a weird process. Like I love looking at all the clothing. I don't like putting it on.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What do you wish younger women knew about beauty and aging that you only learn by living?
It's just that there's a confidence that you get later that there's no way to replicate it for a younger person because it just comes with living. And, it gets better.
Yeah.
I mean, I constantly tell my poor teenage daughter that because teenage years are the worst. But then I also wouldn't want to be in my 20s again.
right.
Yeah.
No, my 20s, absolutely not. I think about it. I'd rather go back to high school
Yeah.
than my 20s.
Yeah, I don't know about high school. I don't know if I want to be that either. But I think they do know some things. Like I didn't know about skincare the way they do and the way that they take care of themselves and that they're acknowledging that, skin is our biggest organ, right? And you really do have to take care of it in a way that I don't think any of us knew. Hello, tanning beds.
Right.
Yes.
From how much water you drink and eating better, all of those things.
Totally.
Like
Yeah.
I see the difference.
Yeah, 360 approach.
Do you think it is more difficult to be a teen star now with social media or back then when you were?
Without question now. I mean, on every level. First of all, I had a private life, right? You don't have that now. Secondly, I see the pressure on these young kids that a whole other part of their job is collecting content. And when you're working, I just want to focus on my work. But I see the pressure they put on these young kids. On the first day, it's like someone from a marketing department will come over with 5 extra disposable cameras and tell them they need this. And it's like, they just want to be able to do their work. But there's this expectation of, even just on the new movie, Samara Weaving and I were talking about doing this post and we're like, Catherine, you do it. You're the young one. You're like, you do it and we'll just repost it, and even we're guilty of it.
Yeah.
Totally. Okay.
Sorry, Kat.
Yeah. We're putting Kat to work. All right. We do want to talk about Buffy because you turned down revisiting Buffy many, many, many years. And we were just wondering what about this concept and team finally made you say yes? And can you share any teasers of what we can expect?
I can share nothing. I learned a hard lesson, which is never say never, because I always said never. And I will walk that back and I will acknowledge that I said never. I think it was a combination of things. It was timing. It was the person that came to me, when Chloe Zhao came to me and had not just the idea, but this passion that was burning inside of her. And I also realized at this time, more than ever, the world and the audiences kind of need that heroine. But it was the world that Chloe created in that meeting for me and the passion that she had behind it. And it still took me 4 years to say yes. Chloe can tell you it was a lot of lunches and dinners and phone conversations and me going yes and then going, nope, can't do it. And I still won't do it unless I feel that every I is dotted and T is crossed and that I know that this is the right iteration to put out there.
Is there a reason why you're so hesitant? Is it the fear of it not living up to what it once was?
Oh, it's never going to live up to that. I've already accepted that. And there's going to be people that love it. And there's going to be people that go, why would you do it? And I already know that. But I can't make work for those people. I have to make work for the people that are the true fans. I remember when we were on Buffy all those years ago and Buffy never got nominated for awards. And every year, the creators, the actor, they were so frustrated. And I had said, look, as someone who has won an Emmy, I can tell you right now, it doesn't make you feel any better. It doesn't make your work any better. We win every award from the fans, from the people you make it for. And that's why you do it. And so I always look at work that way. I make work for the real fans. The people that are there that just want to hate comment, they're going to hate comment anyway. And they're going to hate comment on everything anyway. So you can't, I try really hard. Freddie taught me something. If you read the good reviews, you have to give equal meaning and importance to the bad reviews. And so I take the route of I just don't read them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rather the person on the street that comes up to me and says, oh my God, I love this. Or, this didn't work, because they're coming from a place, a really good place, and they're the fans. So that's why I make the work and why I do what I do.
Do you have people coming up to you and say, hey, I have feedback?
Oh, for sure.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I cannot believe that.
For sure. But as long as it's constructive and comes from a place of love, I can take it. I get it. Not everything's for everyone. I know that.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
we're coming to the end of this episode. So we want to get through our lightning round really quickly.
Yay.
We have just a few questions,
Okay.
few more questions to ask you, Sarah. Okay. What order is correct? Hair, makeup, clothes.
Oh, for me?
For
Yeah.
you personally.
Oh goodness. I usually go hair, makeup, wardrobe.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mainly because I just have to dry my hair.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Is there a project that Freddie's been a part of that you wish you were in or vice versa?
Oh, that's a good question. Has there been a project that he's been? I mean, honestly, the answer is no, but not for the reason you think. It's no because we do everything as a family. And so I feel like a part of any project that he's on. And I hope he would say the same because I look for feedback. He looks for feedback. So we sort of do it as a team.
Love.
So sweet.
Okay. What's a 90s trend you love and are happy to see coming back?
I don't know about that, but I can tell you the ones that I'm not happy about.
Please.
First of all, the eyebrows never come back. My sperm eyebrows never need to come back. I also don't get the choker thing. And I know I did it in the 90s, but it just it hides your neck. Like we all look better without a choker.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
But I love like the fashion of it. I love the t-shirt and the dress and sort of that whole thing. I'm here for it.
Okay. What is the best piece of advice for a long-lasting relationship like yours and Freddie's?
Don't ask anyone else for advice.
Yeah.
That's the truth. I mean, live your truth, and everyone's life is different and everyone's experience is different. And, I see the same ththing for work relationships, for friendships, is you have to put work into it. We live in a society now that's very disposable. When I was a kid, if your TV broke, you took your TV, you carried it 10 blocks to the shop and you got it fixed. Now, if your TV breaks, you get a new one. And I think so much of there's this immediacy need that we have. And so I think for anything that's worth it, you have to put the work into it.
Amazing. Okay. Last one. F, Mary, kill, Angel, Spike, Riley.
No. The person you marry is Riley, right? Because
Yes.
that's if you want to have like a serious relationship.
Yes. Okay.
And then we all know I'm an Angel girl, so I'm gonna say, can you say fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck Angel. But here's the thing. This is why I'm saying you don't kill Spike. He's dead. I can't kill him. So it's perfect because I'm not really killing him.
All right.
It's just
All right.
foreplay, right? Like it's just
Yes, that is correct.
so it's kind of a cheat answer.
Yes, I
So
love
really,
it.
you're kind of fucking both of them. Sorry.
I love that
You marry
answer.
Riley, right? You wanted to last. You married it.
100%.
Marry Riley.
Yeah, I feel like that was the right.
Yes.
That was what I was
That
thinking.
was the only right answer there.
Yes.
Oh
Amazing.
my gosh.
Sarah, thank you for coming on
Thank
Los
you for
Angeles.
having me.
You're
Thank you.
absolutely fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
And we can't wait to see you in theaters, January?
No.
When is it?
It was April. It might be March.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Might be
Spring.
March. Spring. That's the answer. That's the correct answer they like us to say. Spring.
Spring. There we go. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.